They say India's most haunted fort doesn't need ghosts to scare you, because the ruins breathe on their own. Tonight, you and I are stepping inside Bhangarh Fort, the place so cursed that even the government forbids entry after sunset. A kingdom destroyed by black magic, a princess whose beauty doomed an entire village, and spirits trapped for centuries, still walking the empty halls. But here's the part no legend ever mentions. The fort wakes up at night. And once you hear the footsteps behind you, you've already become part of the curse. This is the story of the last person who dared to stay past sunset, and what the fort did to him. The sun bled across the sky like a dying ember when Oriv, a young urban explorer with more curiosity than caution, stepped through the ancient stone archway of Bhangarh Fort. The air inside the ruins was strangely still, as if the entire fort were holding its breath. Everyone in the nearby village had warned him. Leave before sunset. No one who stays after dark ever comes back the same. Oriv had laughed it off. But the moment the final sliver of sunlight dipped behind the Aravali hills, he understood why the villagers spoke with such trembling voices. Long ago, Bhangarh was a thriving kingdom until the dark sorcerer Singhia, obsessed with the beautiful Princess Ratnavati, cursed the entire land. Legends said his dying words chained the souls of the village to the ruins forever. Oriv had always believed the story was exaggerated, until he felt a cold whisper slither past his ear. "You shouldn't have stayed." He spun around. No one. The shadows seemed thicker now, crawling over the broken walls with a life of their own. He walked through the abandoned market street, where the stalls still stood like skeletal remains of another time. The wind hissed. Something clattered behind him. A jar rolled across the ground on its own. Then he heard it, soft, overlapping voices, as if a crowd were whispering from behind the shuttered shops. Oriv lifted his flashlight. Dozens of shadowy outlines stood in the dark, unmoving, watching him. When he blinked, they vanished. He entered the palace ruin, where the princess once practiced her evening dances. The air was heavy with sandalwood and decay. Then, a bell rang. A single, soft ankle bell chime echoed across the empty hall. Another. And then the entire room filled with the hypnotic sound of invisible dancers, gungroos shaking in perfect rhythm, footsteps spinning wildly. Oriv's heartbeat matched the frantic pace. The temperature dropped. Frost formed on the stone floor. A woman's silhouette materialized in the center, tall, graceful, headless. Her gungroo-clad feet danced violently, faster and faster, until the sound became unbearable. Oriv stumbled backward, and the figure snapped its invisible gaze toward him. A whisper scraped the air. "You do not belong here." He ran toward the main gate, but the massive stone entrance slowly creaked shut by itself. Boom! He slammed into it. It didn't budge. Behind him, he heard footsteps, thousands of them, from the market, from the palace, from the temples. The dead of Bhangarh were waking up. Shadows stretched across the ground like hungry arms. Oriv forced himself into a dark corridor leading deeper inside. His flashlight flickered once, twice, and then died. He was swallowed by darkness. A soft chuckling echoed through the black. Low. Mocking. Ancient. Oriv's fingers trembled as he pulled out his phone for light. The screen flickered on, showing a twisted, grinning face behind him. He screamed and dropped it. The laughter grew louder until the stone walls buzzed. A voice like cracking bones whispered, The curse lives, and now you do, too. A force slammed him to the ground. Cold fingers, hundreds of them, grabbed at him from the shadows, pulling him deeper into the earth. His scream echoed through the chamber, and then abruptly stopped. At sunrise, the villagers found the main gate of Bhangarh strangely open. Inside, they searched carefully. No sign of Oriv. Only his backpack lying in the dust, covered with long, unfamiliar handprints. The authorities wrote it off as another disappearance. The villagers knew better. The curse never forgives those who disturb the night of Bhangarh. And some nights, when the wind is just right, they still hear Oriv screaming from beneath the ruins, begging to be let out. But no one goes in after sunset. No one ever will.